calls me to order. Shall you want to take roll call?
Sure will. Mayor Waterman,
Here.
trustee Taryn Colina,
Here.
Dan Boggs,
Here.
Ryan Davis,
Here.
Leo Hinkleman is absent, Sherry Krugman,
Present.
and Steve Ballagher
Present.
is here, the treasurer is here, and the attorney is here. We have quorum.
The president.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
June 15th meeting. You have records of who all was here. Do we have enough presidents to pass them? No?
Present was yourself, trustee Hinkleman, trustee Krogman, Davis. It's just, a handful. Myself. So, Leo is absent today, so that would just leave Sherry and Brian that were present, so no, we still
We
don't,
still
but.
can't pass them, nothing.
You want to pull that till, table that till next month?
Let's table that one. That brings us to the August meeting next month. Have a chance to read them?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
Do we have a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed.
Good work, ain't it? Yes, ma'am.
You get yours? Okay. Everybody should have a copy of the financial report for August. And then you also have a copy of bills to be paid in September. I did just get, two more bills in today. I got the AT&T bill, the phone bill for $76.10. I think this bill just seems to keep going up. I think we need to call
It
them.
does.
I can't believe the Village of Cleveland's phone bill is,
Yeah, I'll have to take a look at it.
$76.
Yeah, I'll have to look at it.
Seems like every
I
month
just think it's crazy,
confused where all-
yeah.
I said that a year ago, it just
Yeah.
keeps going up.
One month was 90-something.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like I said,
It's
we're
outrageous
gonna make
for
a bunch
phone
of
calls
money,
to
just
get
some
used.
phone calls, they're all
I
listed
know.
over there, whatever they would be.
And then I got, the other half of the bill for the Decker Supply, the poles, to be able to put the new signs up. That was $340.70. Well, it was $133 for the freight delivery because of summer problem. And then Sherry turned in for postage for FOIA requests that she had to mail, which totaled $5.64. And it looks like we got a check today from AA, so. Yeah.
Let's see,
The other one, they're on there right now?
I wasn't here last month, but I see we went ahead and paid that $280 to Illinois Department of Revenue for penalties from the year 2010.
Yeah.
We couldn't get anywhere with them to get them to release that. That was because of
We're
returns
trying
that
to,
was signed or,
Bill,
There was something in there,
It's all
when you
interest.
decided just to get it off the table. We just get rid of it.
Yeah, the interest is gonna keep growing.
did they not respond to any of our inquiries?
no.
Okay.
No, they sent us another bill.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's how they
Response.
responded, they just sent us
Yeah.
another bill.
Okay.
This time it should be off the table, should not hear from them again.
yes.
Almost all of them can be returned back to back to them. Okay. I just wasn't here last month, so I didn't get it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we talked to Tricia off this Express and she just more or less said,
And that was supposed to pay- you're not-
yeah, they're not responding.
Yeah.
And we sent certified and everything in.
Okay. Yeah, I know that we had some.
Yours. And I think they did when Rick and Mike were doing it all.
I still haven't resolved the issue with Ally Grace. She said that they probably owe us money back. And she agrees that we have a set fee and they exceeded that, so she's still checking into it. She said, judging by what we, the first check, they probably owe us a little bit back.
Okay.
So I still got that, I'm still waiting to hear back from her supervisor.
Okay.
I probably shouldn't have, we're in a ring, I haven't talked to her in a couple weeks.
Yeah, we kind of had that one pending. with
Yeah.
Two of them.
Yeah.
And while we're on the treasurer's report, the bill for the lawnmower is, it wasn't supposed to get charged for, it's taken care of. I called him.
We got a bill on
It was
that
warranty
seat that
work.
we were supposed to
Oh.
get.
Okay,
And
so
we
they're
did.
waiving that bill then?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And while we're on the treasure report, and we got Mike Erickson here. Mike, in the last 2 years, you spent $1,000 on copy paper and toner. Is that any of that around here, or you used all that much toner and copy paper?
Whatever was charged was here and used.
$1,000 for copy paper and toner in 2 years. That just seems like a lot of paper. Cause when we took over, we had none, so we had to go buy copy paper and toner. Hmm. Okay.
Until he's gone, and just came in and shook that one.
Okay, so do we need to, make a motion to accept this treasurer's report?
Well-
Are we done, I'm still asking questions? Anybody else have a question?
No, our stuff's all good.
Well, I have a quick one for the board here. Do we wanna amend this, bills to be paid here, to include the three that came in? Do we wanna all add them to our list, or we just wanna put them in, she'll put them already paid at the top of next month? How do you wanna do
I
that?
don't, what's the third
It's
one?
up to Lisa, how do you wanna do it?
It was the AT&T, the Decker for the post, and then your postage.
Well, the postage I'm not worried about, but if we're gonna amend to do one, I suppose that
Do it
probably
all.
needs to be paid, we want,
No, get them out of the way.
if it's due, yeah.
How much was the difference?
And then which,
Three
you
forty.
already know what check
Three
we're
forty.
using?
Yep.
Okay. So Decker,
Decker is $340.70,
$340.70,
check number 3169.
3161. Okay,
Sorry, 3160 is yours for 564 for the postage,
okay,
3160 for Shirley, for how much?
$5.64.
and that's for
That's for
Erickson FOIA mailed and a check.
check
FOIA
like
mailed. Mhm.
And then AT&T, the phone bill, check number 3162 for 7610.
Does anybody else have any other questions of them? On the,
Any questions on any
Financials, anybody?
financials? Motion that we pay?
I make a motion that we, accept the financial report as is with those three, checks added and to be paid immediately.
Second?
Second.
Ryan?
question, are we depositing this check, or are we holding on to it?
I think we better hold it till we find out why it was wrote. My opinion.
Why?
There's
Why
no
hold
reason
it?
to hold it,
There's no reason to hold it.
just put it in the bank.
It was drawn out of the general fund
Yeah.
originally. I say we deposit it back in the general fund.
Liz?
You know, I did have one question on financial, I had to ask, on that fire pit, that fire ring that was purchased, shouldn't that have came out of the park fund instead of the general fund? 'Cause it was for
Yeah,
park?
maybe it could have, nobody thought about it at the time.
Okay.
So
Also,
we
we have it down there, but I just, that should have came out of park fund.
We can transfer it.
Board so wishes we can.
Didn't think of that.
Yeah, I didn't think of it.
All right, well, right now we have the motion to accept the finances. And then I thought about that.
Let's
Let's come over, that's okay, and then you can, yeah. Karen,
Yes.
Dan Bach,
Yes.
trustee Davis,
Yes.
absent, trustee Krogman,
Yes.
and Gallagher,
Yes.
and the motion is carried. Yeah.
Well, again, I feel that that should have been taken on the park fund, it should be designated, I mean, it's a park item.
Yeah, it's a
So
part. You're
I
probably
think that
right.
that should be transferred over and then transferred in. I know,
That's not a problem.
okay.
The rest of the board agree with that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
That's a good point, Sherry.
and while we're on the parks, going over, I'd just like to, say that, there was a day a few weeks ago that a few volunteers and trustee Hinkleman and trustee Valier and myself spent the majority of the day cleaning up the parks and cleaning up the berms and pulling weeds and,
Really good too.
they, thank you, they worked really hard on that, especially Steve and Leo. Leo was down there weed whacker for hours, so. I would just like to say thanks for the help. It started out, I was just gonna pull a few weeds on that berm, I didn't realize that the whole berm was weeds. So it was nice to have the help, and they got all cleaned up, and the floaters and the boaters, and everybody's been doing a pretty good job of keeping things clean.
Better this
Yeah.
year.
Way better, way better. They're taking some pride in it too, and knowing they want to keep using it, so it's been working out really well.
It's too bad that, since the water is this low this year, that we couldn't put in an alternative launching spot for them.
Yeah,
'Cause this would be an ideal time to take advantage of that.
yeah, they kind of had their ramp plugged up with all their tubes in there. A couple of us were trying to get out.
That's the problem. We get so many tubers now that when you
Yeah.
do wanna get in or out with a boat, you can't do it. And if we're gonna have a ramp, you need to make it accessible, boaters also.
Yeah.
And there's an excellent spot, about 3 trees down.
Well, maybe we should put that on next month's agenda and get back to that, see if we can.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's-
it's been working.
Ain't predicting any rain.
Exactly. You know, if you want to think about it, I'd like to get that back on the agenda and
And
get
I don't know what it would require to put in something for them to launch off nicely, but, it wouldn't have to be as big as the boat ramp or extend as far up, so it shouldn't be as a,
Could even just use a floatable dock.
something.
Yeah. That's true.
Once we talk this over as to the month and month,
Yeah,
and get some ideas, maybe, since the water's so low, now'd be an ideal time to do it.
yeah. Well, it's been working out real well, and we definitely, again, thanks Steve for taking that second garbage can down, because that really helped, it's been needed this year.
He has been doing a better
Yeah.
job this year.
Yep.
While we're on mowing and cleanup, how much have we spent this year for mowing and cleanup?
Fuel,
0.
fuel.
It's been all done by
for
volunteers
the
and
Lord.
trustees.
It's been all volunteers. I'm looking
Yeah.
at from 2010 to 2012. Spent over $3,000 in mowing and picking up sticks. And as of now, we have spent 0.
Just the to fill for the
just
Z-Track.
because some volunteers.
Yeah, I've hit the park high water line twice this year.
Yeah,
Every time it floods, you gotta go to the high water line and pick up all the debris that stops
Yeah.
right there.
but you saved the village a
Well,
lot
that's
of
it,
money.
it's been a huge savings, having it done by the trustees and the few volunteers that have come down and helped out.
I have to thank my wife for a lot of the hours that she put in on
Yeah.
that mower, Steve, Brian. And I think that's shows right up in our balance on our general fund that, it's climbing up every month.
Right,
Yeah.
instead of going down like it was a few years ago.
It's climbing every year, our net assets are climbing or not every year, but every month, our net assets are climbing every month, so I think that's, a big reflection on the volunteer work that a lot of the trustees and some of the citizens have been doing. Special thanks to all of them. Okay, anything else under financial? We want to. Oh, yeah, before we move on, this is where so far, are we gonna deposit that in the general fund now?
Yeah, I make a motion that $800 check from Paul Scheck's office gets put back into the general fund.
And that's where it's written out, so that's where it should
I
be.
think we should still investigate why it was ever wrote. We
Well,
need to
that's
know.
what I said, I think that, a letter should be written to Paul Scheck's office asking him to return all our files and to explain.
I believe we did that when we took office, didn't we, Shauna? Wasn't that part of that letter?
It was to return all village property, almost definitely.
Mhm.
And anytime that a person retains new legal counsel, usually you request to have your files transferred
Mhm.
from him or her to the new attorney, because by law, they are required to do. So,
Well, we'll send him a more specific letter this time.
Yeah.
we
we-
can send him another letter.
Yeah, let's do that right away.
Okay,
Got that
Specifically
in there.
requesting that all files be returned,
we'll forward it to Greg Lane's office.
and if he
Either
returns
Mhm.
all files, the
And
file.
you guys sent to me, I don't care.
Yeah, well, if he returns them, that should explain where that $800 is.
Hopefully.
Okay,
But
so you,
the good news is we got it back, so we got back 800 of the thousands that were spent.
you made the motion, I didn't hear a second.
Oh,
I'll second.
You want me to do a roll call vote on that,
You're
or
not
you just?
spending every
All in
deposit, so
favor?
I don't
Okay,
know.
all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried.
Hey, was that great? I think I already did your part for you, or most of it.
That's been returned, and the other thing is, I can see the next item about Jim White, and my last contact was with you, President, that regarding a letter I told you that Jim White had sent me. I don't know whether you ever got a copy of it or not.
No, I did not.
And,
Did you see that?
I don't have any copies of those letters.
No, this is from, the
Oh, no, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, basically, he contacted John Ames. In the letter, well, first, it leads up to contact John Ames because I sent him two letters. One first just asking him politely to go ahead and get the thing and to stop this situation. And then the second one was the actual notice you give him for violation of the existing ordinance regarding development in floodplain areas. When I did that, I gave him 10 days to respond, which is what the ordinance calls for. He did contact John Ames, and I'll just read the letter.
John Ames is
Attorney
attorney?
in Rolling, you know,
Okay.
and I can have the clerk make copies of this for everybody if you'd like. I thought it had been sent to you, I apologize if I didn't get it down to you. And it said, oh, that's right, you were out of time to talk to you on the phone, man. Dear Graham, in response to your letter dated August 19, 2013, I was unaware that I might be in violation of the village, The village has previously been provided documents of the following: Illinois Department of Natural Resources, permit number such and such, Department of Army Corps of Engineers, document number such and such, notification to EPA and OREP, and fourth, Federal Emergency Management Agency, ORF, approved case number such. On Monday, August 26th, about 5:30 p.m., I contacted Mayor Watering by phone, explained these items. He responded that the village building inspector have been instructed to contact me that very same day. I invited the mayor to meet with the building inspector and me whenever it was convenient to resolve all. He also stated that in view of all the permits I spoke about, he felt I didn't need a permit from the village of Cleveland. As of today, Wednesday 28th, I have not heard from anyone. If there's anything further I may do to resolve this issue, please advise. And then I say, I got a fax of this from Ames Law Office. And then I did receive it in the mail also subsequently, or the same day or the day after Jimmy had sent it to me. I then contacted the mayor and asked him if what he was saying was accurate in this. And the president told me that he had just been trying to get in contact with the new building inspector, and that he was waiting for information from him before he would respond to this. I also asked him if he was aware that these things had been delivered, 4 things had been delivered to him. He was not. So I called, I couldn't get a hold directly to John Ames, but I called his office and left with one of his secretaries that please send copies of those 4 things to the clerk and copy those 4 things to my office. Now, I have received nothing, but that was just a few days ago. I don't know whether you got Jimmy to get them back in or not, or whatever.
Yeah, there you
He just dropped that to me today, and it's the same thing that's right in
go. The numbers correspond with the numbers on here.
Yeah.
202-1224, San Vito DP 212-898,
Is that,
125968.
Jim White did a FOIA request.
that's what I thought, it's a FOIA request to us,
For the same item
For-
for his permits.
for his permits.
Now, he's supposed to provide them permits.
Right, it's
We're
not up to our
supposed have
clerk to
go out
do
and
his
get them.
work.
Correct.
So Jim White needs to provide them.
Yeah, he said he had.
To us instead of having us
Lying.
FOIA request them to
I'm
him.
just saying what he said in here.
Yeah, I know.
And I did contact his attorney. What I will do,
How did we come across, how did this FOIA request get received by the village? How'd that get, how'd
it
that,
was like it was emailed.
He brought it here.
Oh, he brought
It was
it.
hand
And he
delivered.
hand delivered it to me.
today?
Yeah, but he couldn't hand deliver it.
The permits
gotcha.
that he supposedly has,
But
yeah.
he's delivering a FOIA request for us to produce his permits that he's not given to us, isn't that,
Right.
unless I'm misreading
That's
this?
exactly-
That's what I understand being said.
Okay,
Yep.
What I will do is I will tomorrow contact John, and I will, if I can't get on it right now, I says, I need to talk to John today. I'll ask John, did he get a hold of him, that what he's done here as far as doing this, yet he's saying he's already given it to us?
Right.
And if he doesn't reduce those, I believe that they're gonna instruct me to go forward. And if he does
We need
produce
to
those,
Start assessing the fine from 10 days from the 19th, when he got the paperwork.
all I'm trying to say is that I will contact and find out what's going on one way or the other, and let John know that, we can't be playing these games.
Right, and that's
I
all it
believe
is.
he's completely in
You
compliance,
can have that.
but he wants to play games doing it.
Well, the thing that he doesn't understand, which is sad, is that the fine is $50 to $500 a day.
I think it's 750 a day.
Well, it might be $750, I'm just off the top of my head here. But we can also request other things. We can,
Right.
if I have to go that far, because this is silly, I don't like to see this
Yeah,
from either side, I will request that the village be given permission to destroy the building, to raise the building, as a building violation of the stop work order. I'm going to also ask that they be fined a considerable amount, because as a prior official, he knows darn good and well, that he has to abide by these, and he's just playing games in it. He's being scofflaw, and I won't permit it any longer. I'm trying to work with him, but if he forces me to take him to court, I'm going to try to make it expensive for him.
well,
I
the
don't
fine
want
goes
it to.
back to August 29th, 10
Yeah.
days after you
I
said
know,
he got
I just, I wanted to get over with this.
Right.
This village needs to go
We all
on,
do.
and squabbling with the prior regime is just,
Well, the
Yeah.
current mayor,
and,
when I
and
talked.
and I know,
he
you're gonna say it's
trespassed.
not squabbling with the prior regime, but let's face it, Jimmy would, I don't know why Jimmy wouldn't normally just do this and be done with it. It's little or no expense, I believe.
Right,
And,
a couple
and
$100.
then go to a lawyer, get expenses there, then run the risk of me taking him to court. I mean, I just, this is silly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't understand the games being played here either.
Anyway, that's my report.
Sorry.
Thanks, Frank.
All right, that covers item 4 also, I guess.
So no other verbal correspondence, written correspondence, anything from Mr. Whiter today representing him, except what, you know.
I talked to Darren Roselle, explained to him that Jimmy had called me, said he got his permit. He also stopped up, talked to Dan, Dan called me and said, Jimmy's got his permit, but nobody's asking for it.
Well, that's untrue.
Well, I explained to Mr. Roselle and also to Dan that, when I went down there that day to see if he had his permits, I was shut off their property.
Right,
No.
no trespass by clone.
Yes, now, if that's not
That's
asking
what
for his
you-
permits, I don't know what is. And I'm not gonna go any further, I'm ordered off his
I
property.
asked him if he had his permits. And he said, yes, I have all my permits.
But nobody's asked for it. Well, where does he
But
think
I-
I did that?
Well,
But
That's
I
the third
said-
person
I
that's
said,
asked
you
for it.
need to deliver them to the village.
Yes, it's his responsibility to do that.
I asked him to put them in the mail and send them to the hall so that I could at least file them today when I spoke with him. But he says that the mayor needs to give him a call and invite him to
No,
his
the
house.
mayor does not need
So
to
that they
call
can
Jim
sit down and
White.
talk about it.
Jim White needs to contact the mayor.
Or Dan Roselle, either, or Darren Roselle. either
I
one.
cannot contact Jimmy directly anymore since he's got an attorney, you all understand?
Correct, yeah, yeah.
That's fine.
We understand completely.
That's fine.
Yep.
But we want you to stay on it,
Mhm.
so we can get it resolved.
Well, you have a copy of that FOIA request too, right?
Yes,
So you
I
give me
do.
another copy, so I can respond to that. but none is-
Would you like a copy of Jimmy's letter also, the one that
Yeah,
he,
yeah, somebody should have one. Yeah, I think the mayor should have one.
okay. You should see they all get a copy then, bring it back to me. I'm sorry.
You're aware there's a stop work order down there?
Yeah, that's why it's in violation of it. That's
Right,
what
yeah.
I'm aware of, I was the one that said, go get it.
Okay, I move to number 5.
But we haven't appointed an OMA officer. I don't, are we required to actually have one?
Absolutely.
We are required to have one? Okay.
I know, I wasn't here last month, but I had asked for that to be on the agenda because I've been taking care of it, and Sean's been taking care of any of the OMA stuff that comes in, but we didn't actually have it, nobody's been actually requested to be the OMA officer, nobody's accepted the position, so I know that last month's meeting, I think that it was offered out and nobody wants it, so, with
Make a
that
motion that Sherry
said,
Krugman
thank you,
be the OMA
Steve.
officer.
You can't receive any pay for that, you know.
I'm already the FOIA officer.
I'm just telling you, you know, you can't get any pay.
I've got
Get it to
I've
your-
got about 55 hours into that already
I'm
too.
just telling you.
Yes, I'm well aware of that. Thanks for the,
Well, I didn't want to
I
answer it
don't know, the
later.
last one's got.
Rick
paid
and Mike
for it.
always got paid for doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, they did.
I wasn't here.
I have copies.
that was improper and illegal also, and that may have to get paid back yet. But at any rate, as the OMA officer, I will, since Steve just elected me here. I guess we need a second on that, but it's not gonna be me.
I don't know that we really need to.
No, that's fine. No, Sean and
We just
I
need
have
a
already
guess from
been
Sherry.
taking care of it, so yeah, that's fine. If you need a name to put on that line to satisfy the PAC, you can put my name on that line.
All right, good deal.
I've been doing it anyway, so.
Thanks, Sherry.
Thank you.
And then right behind that, we have Maricopa Town.
Yeah, oh, that's right. That's in case I'm not here one day, is that what that's for?
Well,
Deal,
you got
something.
sent out to work on the road for 3 months or something, or for anything like that. We just need to have somebody, I mean,
That,
for you.
I'm gonna leave up to the board here, to pick somebody. I'm not gonna get into that.
You should pick whoever's pro town.
I would think senior trustee would.
Oh, here we go.
On me too.
I would think.
I second that, but, okay, we'll jot Steve's name in there.
All right.
Payback.
Uh-huh.
Which brings us to compensation, item 6.
Did we ever find out, or should we just redo that? Did we find out if we had enough people on that vote?
No, you didn't.
We didn't.
Why don't you just reload it?
Okay.
Do-
Compensation.
Well, we've
do we-
rewritten,
We've, yeah, we've written these out as ordinances. We've
yeah,
cleaned-
they're in your packet.
Find the old ordinance.
Yeah.
Took
Took a while.
You have 2 years notice if you.
No, they're not raising their own pay, they're raising the pay for the people that come into office after they leave, Mike, you know that.
Resolution R 199.
I haven't said anything but that here.
Yeah.
But you have it.
Still raising the pay.
Yeah. She'll show you, she's got it.
That's how.
She's got a new one.
I have no problem
Think
with
so.
my, most of them considering or whatever, but.
What'd you write up, Sean?
What's that?
What do you got?
I wasn't here last.
I've
so
got the old
somebody
one in front of me.
Bring me up to speed, please, I wasn't here for last.
You should have the new ones and the old ones.
New
You
ones,
got it in your notes?
new ones
I have
won't
the
sign,
new
old
ones,
ones,
yeah.
old ones
Is it on, is this it?
Did you know?
No,
No.
that's right, you look at this.
Are they in your mailbox too?
Oh, it's up here somewhere.
See, that's my copy. These are the old ones.
These are the 3 new
2008.
ones on top, right?
Yes.
Ordinance, resolution.
Yeah, and then those are the old.
Ordinance, ordinance.
Yeah, and those-
Resolution
yeah.
behind them.
Yeah, the
There you
two that are stapled together are going to be from 99 and 2007. And that's just to show you how they've increased. That's what you're looking at.
Okay, so the last time.
There was a
that
pay
any-
increase
any
was
pay increase
99.
was,
For the trustees,
For the
I did
trustees.
not find one
It was
for
done at the
mayor.
same time, there was none, it was all done at the same time.
and so anything we put into motion today will take effect for 3 trustee seats in about 2 years, and for
Correct.
the other 3 trustee seats in about 4 years, and
Correct.
also the mayor seat with the
In 4
next
years.
election of the mayor in approximately 4
Correct.
years.
Correct. It will not go into effect for,
And so at that point, that will have been 10, 12 years since there's been a pay increase by the time it was going into effect. And we're talking how much?
So we're not here all night, I will make the motion again. I
Okay.
make a motion to raise the pay of the mayor, the clerk, and the treasurer. Raise $50 per month, and the trustees, $25 per month
over existing pay.
over existing.
I'll second that.
What about special meetings? They remain the same at $10?
Yeah.
I don't really feel as the mayor you get any for special meetings, so I don't think we should.
It's $10.
You already threw that in.
Yeah, you guys get it.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
need
That's
to
all the same
is
chapter.
that your agenda? I've lost my agenda, I'm sorry. I'm so bad this one. I second it.
Brian
Second.
second.
Okay, so there's five.
Yeah,
then I guess
some
we'll see
writing
the
on
vote
that,
on
I
it.
don't know what I've done with it. Okay, so, trustee Boggs,
Yes.
trustee Davis,
Yes.
trustee Krogman,
Yes?
trustee Valier,
Yes.
trustee Comodina.
No.
And Mayor Waterman,
Yes,
and the motion is carried.
And that covers ordinance 2013-905 and
No, no, that-
20-905M.
Excuse me, just add, I thought you were supposed to do that, now you just make a motion to pass those two or adopt them, or
Right,
whatever, is that what you're trying to do?
but that's covered in these 3
Mm-hmm.
documents, okay,
Yes.
okay.
if you should raise one, you type up.
Yeah, I thought they were fine.
Yep. guess the next step is to make a motion to adopt ordinance number 2013-9-05, ordinance 2013-9-05M, and resolution R-1-13. Okay, and then I make that motion, as we adopt those respectively. And a second?
I will second that.
Yeah, I'd like to just ask one question. Anyone object to them being considered in mass rather than having to be considered different, separately because they object to one but not the other?
No, I don't.
No.
Okay.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, yep. I don't object.
Just
Yeah.
technical.
Gotcha.
Okay, so trustee Davis,
Yes.
trustee Krogman,
Yes?
trustee Gallagher,
Yes.
trustee Comodina,
No.
and trustee Boggs,
Yes.
and Mayor Waterman.
Yeah.
We have passed.
Item 7, road signs. Dan called me, said he needed a couple at the top of the hill for, what was he gonna say, children playing?
Children at play or slow children at play, and I already, yeah.
I think we have them, right?
Yeah, but he
We
wants
have
to,
one in the
for,
garage.
Well, we need more.
he wants some at the hill,
Yeah.
so I,
I want one on the, up there right off the roadway here. I want one on the corner coming off of 600E.
Yep. Both corners, everybody starts to pick up
Did we order
speed.
poles for that?
we
We've
have
got
extra
poles.
poles out there,
Um,
so
So
we
we just
should
order
be
2 more
good.
signs.
You just need,
I ordered them
oh, we have one in the garage, and then we just ordered 2.
I ordered 2, so
That's fine.
that's what I was asked to do. So I ordered them last
School
week.
bus stops there in 3 places.
Yep.
But they got the young kids up there now, and
Yeah.
just use it for drag strip.
And your wife has a daycare too, so, yeah.
We can talk to Lorna and see if they wanna set a radar trap up there.
Yeah. I don't know, I was paying $300.
Okay, so we have one sign already, and you ordered 2 more.
We have an old one out there.
It's in good shape, we can use it if we have.
Yeah, we have to.
If we need
So
to put
do
it
we have
somewhere
enough?
else. Yes,
3 is enough.
well, I
Well, we already-
ordered
we already
2,
have-
2 brand new ones are in there.
Yeah.
And then Steve, we found one out in the
Right,
garage,
yeah.
and then I ordered 2 for up there on the hill,
Oh,
so
okay.
we're
So
in
it's
good
covered.
shape.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then-
Drawing the picture.
You gonna draw your picture, Steve? You know, color it in too? Okay, so when are we gonna start putting them in?
They just come in yesterday. God,
Well,
you did-
maybe
You haven't got it done yet?
maybe after we get some rains, we can dig a hole.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
might be a little hard right now.
Yeah.
Just the other day, and then I carried them in. We got the poles, but we got the sign.
Tractor buckets
Yep.
now.
Hardware home too.
yeah,
We'll get on that.
Steve volunteered. I just volunteered you.
What?
Old business, truck, are we gonna do, I don't even know if we wanna do anything in back brakes right now, do we?
No, they're getting better.
Yeah, that's right, we talked about naming the parks last month, and, 3 names were thrown out there, 3 really good names. And since we actually have 3 actual pieces, why can't we put 1 name on each piece instead of picking 1 name on all 3?
I object to it being named by
Yeah,
anybody.
I think it should just be called Cleveland Parks and be done. You're gonna hurt feelings, you start putting names on it.
Well, that's up to you guys.
The only other thing I kind of thought of would be kind of neat to do, you see this a lot, benches put out with name plaques
Yeah.
with people's names
Yeah,
on
you can do
them.
that.
We
If
could
somebody's
just
done
some
something
dedication plaque
worthwhile.
somewhere down the road, but I think as far as the parks being named after specific residents,
Yeah.
I think it's just gonna create more hard feelings and more angst because, you know, like,
Lisa's got a good idea.
Some people have
The
lived
Stoll
here
that
for,
donated the ground,
you
we
know,
could put a
90
park bench
years.
over there with his,
With his
Name on it.
name and the
Mhm.
year,
yeah.
you know, he was born and passed or whatever, I don't know.
You can put on there that he
You
donated
could
part of
plant a
this.
tree and put a plaque by a
The
tree.
zoo does, if you walk around the zoo, there's all kinds of
Oh, yeah.
different plaques on different things.
You see it in Silvis a lot.
Yeah,
We do a little research on this a little bit more and table it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you guys tabled it before, but I wasn't here, but toss some ideas around and bring it back to the table every day.
Yep, let's do that then. Under old business also, the municipal clerk of Illinois, the municipal league there, or whatever, Sean wants
Right.
to become a member of.
Oh, yeah.
The fees did not go up, they're still just the $45.
and now you're good for a year when we pay them, right?
That's correct. Yep, and they have been very helpful, even though we haven't actually paid them any money.
Yeah.
They've already welcomed me in, so, yeah, that was pretty nice.
So we just need to, motion to send in a $45 dues for,
Got a question, I don't wanna create a problem, but is it on the agenda?
It was old
It
business.
was
We
on
talked
the
about it.
agenda last month,
To be
we
tabled.
tabled it.
From last month.
Okay, well, okay.
Yeah, I just didn't.
I'm not trying to cause a problem.
No.
Oh, sure.
Definitely understand. No, we talked about this, a month or two ago, and.
The deal was,
I
we
saw
didn't
it
do
in
it
the
last month because if we'd have paid it last month, it would have been due again this month.
Yes.
So by waiting till September after what the dates are here.
oh, so their year runs October to September?
Yeah,
Okay, perfect.
I waited until now, then
Well,
she gets a full year's
they-
membership.
I understand.
They've already been way $5 worth of helpful
They
for us.
sure have been. Yes, they have. They are a wonderful bunch there.
I motion that we pay $45 to the municipal clerk of Illinois, so we can continue to.
Looks like we used to do it.
Mm-hmm.
2011, we wrote a check for $45.
Mm.
Illinois Clerks of Illinois.
I'll second it.
I think it's well spent, $45.
Yeah, it sure is, so far it has been. Okay, and we'll go ahead and do a roll call vote on that.
Okay.
Trustee Croden,
Yes?
trustee Valigier,
yes.
trustee Palmadina,
Yes.
trustee Boggs,
Yes.
and trustee Davis.
Yes.
And the motion is carried.
All right, before we move to new business, I have something I'd like to put in front of the board here, and we're not gonna act on it today, but, I've done talk to Steve, I think I talked to Leo just the other day about it also, about the tractor out there. And maybe looking into maybe a backhoe instead of a tractor, something that'd be more beneficial to the village. We have some
Potentially trading it for a,
maybe selling the tractor, look, see if we can find a used backhoe somewhere at a decent price first, and then, in the meantime, we can also check on what we could get out of the tractor, so that way if we come to the board and say, hey, we found a backhoe, we get this out of the tractor, does the board want us to proceed with that? I have no idea what the price might be, but like I say, we have some ditches that don't drain, you can't fix them with a tractor. You got a sinkhole at the corner of Main and Broadway.
is that ours? Is that our responsibility?
Yes, it is.
They haven't got back to them, so
No,
I'm
it's
presuming it
ours.
is.
It is ours.
It is, they did get back to you?
It was on last month's report. Mhm.
Oh, well,
Mhm.
okay.
It's
Yeah,
ours.
okay, so we have to dig that up, we have a couple culverts splashing along Main Street
Yeah,
there. It causes water when the water's trying to drain back, or causes a problem when the water's draining back out. So, I guess, does the board feel that a backhoe would be more beneficial? I guess what I'm asking, and would they like me to try to see what?
And how do we
what
store it?
Now, you get one with a cab on, I guess it just has to be stored outside, because you can't get it in the garage.
We
Well, I
can
know.
put up a hoop building to keep the
Yeah,
sun
we
off
could-
of
we
it.
could-
Yeah, well,
something.
personally, I don't see where the tractor that we've got's been of much use, real much use for the years it's been
No,
here.
it never
I don't even
was.
know if the last time it was even serviced or used.
And that's another thing I wanted to ask too, is, if we do decide to keep this, if we don't come across another piece of equipment, we keep this through the winter, I suggest that we probably service this and make sure it's ready like we are the truck. So when snow flies, we're not caught
Right,
dead on our feet, you know?
yeah.
All right, I'll,
You wanna-
Steve's been kinda looking and see, used backhoes are hard to find,
Oh, sure.
but Steve's been kinda looking and I've been kinda keeping my eye out. I'll put the word out to a few, or maybe I'll call, you know, the people out there in Holland.
You know, some guys are tight.
If you do that too, and see if they've got anything out there available that might be going up for sale. And we can call Holland also in the meantime and see what that tractor
Well,
might be worth.
We'd have to deal through Martin. Holland doesn't, Holland won't have their farm.
Oh.
So Martin Equipment Milan is your construction.
Would they,
Well,
would they
it's something to
file-
start looking into and see if
would
it's
they buy like
feasible.
a used tractor like that, or what would you do with a tractor like that?
They would deal with, Holland on our trade, but we would have to deal with them on, they'd work it out.
Maybe before next month, we can kinda get some kind of prices, some kind of ballparks out there, so we know what we're talking about. I just wanted to check with the board before I went.
We're
too far
already,
with it.
we're already on their radar. If they find something, they're supposed to call.
You didn't put it down there? Okay, good.
What kind of tractor and what year do we have now?
About a 2010 or 11.
Was it that new?
No, it ain't that new.
No, it's older, isn't it?
It's older than that,
Is that?
cause they had
They
that,
wanted
and
to-
I went out in '09, so,
It's
yeah.
when Jimmy redid his driveway, when he bought it.
I would say it was '07 or '08, I remember when you bought it.
7 or 8.
It's 5 to 6 years old.
It's only got 160
It's John
hours
Deere.
on it.
It's,
Oh, it is.
it's only got 150 hours.
I mean, even if you could find
It's
out
all
what
around
it's
100
worth, and
hours.
if somebody's interested in just buying it.
Well, they left salt on it, it's rusting pretty bad.
Well, start checking into it, see if it's feasible, and then, you know, how we pay for that.
See what-
What's the difference in
What's the
price? I mean,
difference?
obviously, a backhoe is way more expensive than a tractor.
Right. But
That's why nobody ever gets rid of them when they have their hands on, because they keep
And
them
that-
forever.
that tractor's so big that you can buy a backhoe attachment for it, but by the time you did that, you have
They're
probably
useless.
20,000.
They're
and some,
They're not feasible.
Baby bucket,
Yeah.
okay.
No.
And also, if you get a nice backhoe with a cab on it, you'd be heated when you're removing snow in the winter. It's sitting out there in the cold. All right, let's go ahead and move on then. We'll do some checking on that and get back to you next month. Chloe's got his police and fireman benefit coming up. Yeah, the first responders,
Yep,
dinner. We've been given to them in the past.
I think, we've been on that for about 9 years.
We've been given what, 250?
One time it was given 300, but it did get dropped down to 250.
We want to donate to them again this year.
I say yes. I would make the motion that we send them another donation and the same amount we sent them last year. I'm not sure what that was it 250?
250.
I think it was 250 last year.
I think it's well worth it. I will make the motion that we send them a donation in the amount of $250 as we've done in the past.
Who do I make the check to?
Cologne Police and Fire.
I know, but first responders though, once it's approved.
Kelowna Fire and Police dinner, didn't you guys got
Yeah, we
one?
got it.
Okay.
It's just down the bottom.
Oh, yeah, make checks payable too.
That's the number one most important thing there.
Okay.
I'll
You go to that dinner,
I'll
Dave?
second that.
Do you go to that dinner?
I put it on.
Yeah? Yeah.
You click it?
How you get an invite?
That's only for first
First
responders.
responders. You become a first responder and you get to go to dinner.
Okay, trustee Valiger,
Yes.
and trustee Palmadina,
Yes.
trustee Boggs,
Yes.
trustee Davis,
Yes.
and trustee Krugman.
Yes.
And the motion is carried.
Just to fill you guys in on this, Bonnie Cheney started this, this'll be our 9th annual. And, started out small, I think she had it in the back of Smokes. Gary Smoke donated chicken the first year, and that was it, they just got a chicken dinner. Over the years, we are up to, every person that comes, there's probably 65 first responders, which are the firefighters and the police are invited to this. If their name is on the list, they get an invite. They bring their wives, kids if they want. Every person last year went home with at least one gift, and probably half again got another gift. The gifts range anywhere from colored TVs to fishing poles, tackle boxes. I mean, it's all donated. Our community has been great with this thing. We take in a little over, right around $6,000 plus, and it's all put into the meal. And it is at the, Indian Trails is where we have it. And it's really appreciated,
That was donated.
you know?
What a gift.
Yeah.
Why they donated you?
Yeah.
No, they ain't finalized.
I don't think they want it.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Really?
They don't want
He can't.
We're still investigating.
it? Sounds too good to be true, huh?
Yeah, we'll wait and see.
Oh, well, yeah, Halloween trick or treat hours. Halloween got a Thursday this year. What day we're gonna have it and what hours? I think we usually have 5 to 7 or something like that, don't we, hours?
We usually was calling at 5:30 to 7:30.
Was it 5:30, 7:30?
What's going to happen here?
Theirs is always on Halloween.
Down Halloween. We're gonna do the same?
A couple of years ago, we tried to put together a little bonfire and we rented a little bounce house for the kids, but it was so cold out that night. Do you wanna maybe try to do something like that on the weekend before Thanksgiving, do maybe like a community potluck and see
For
what,
Halloween and Thanksgiving.
perhaps, did I say Thanksgiving, sorry, I meant Halloween.
Or that Halloween weekend. Would you wanna do it that Halloween weekend? Cause Halloween's on a Thursday, so we have like a Friday or a Saturday. It actually be November, but.
Do it after Halloween?
I don't know, it's up to you.
Well, I'm just throwing it out there, but it's something we probably need to decide if we're gonna try to work on getting anything.
I know the kids had a good time that year.
Well, it was freezing cold, but we still had
Yeah.
some time, and now we got that nice big fire ring down there, we can have a really nice bonfire,
Yeah,
and
we did.
weenie roast, and maybe just a potluck, and I know a couple different companies that do those bounce houses, maybe you could get one cheap or donated. Probably cheap, not donated, but maybe cheap, I don't know.
I think Steve got one donated.
Yeah,
last time,
did you get that donated last time?
Yeah.
Still have that contact?
Yep, if he's still got it. I'm not sure if he's still got it.
That's not my,
we can-
it might be a nice
everybody
thing to
can-
do, you know, a little Halloween,
Everybody can check on
fall,
that.
fall
And
get
we
together.
still have 4 weeks, from next board meeting. If we got, everybody starts thinking about what they all want to do,
Okay,
you finalize everything next month.
okay. Well, if anybody's on board with doing it, I just thought it was really fun that year, even though
Oh,
it was
I-
freezing
I
cold,
want to
hope
see
we
it
have
do
better
it again.
weather.
Oh, it's
know,
good for the
just-
community.
Maybe just, yeah, just make it just a community fun day and potluck and bonfire. And Just have some fun, maybe.
Is that the one we had the hayrack ride?
You hear that, Ryan?
Jim invited us all up to his place.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Let's see if we can get,
Well, put it on next month's agenda, I'll toss some things around so we can talk, like, see if they talk to some more people in the community, see if they're up for it or not.
think you can get another bouncy housey?
I can call him
Because
and
I
see if
noticed
he's
we got
still got.
seems like we have way more smaller kids up on the streets, up on the top of the hill than we do down here now, we don't really have too many little guys down here anymore. You guys got, yeah, a lot more up there.
Are we not setting trick or treat hours then? Or is
Yeah,
that
we'll go
a-
ahead and set trick or treat hours will be done on Halloween,
Okay.
concurrent with close, which we think is 5:30, 7:30. Does that sound right?
Mm-hmm,
And that's the motion we made.
okay. So we're gonna go ahead and get an all in favor on that, oh, I need a second first, I'm sorry.
I'll second.
Okay. All right, and the motion is carried then.
All right, who wanted chairs for the hall in here?
Me.
Tim did. You did? You did?
Yes.
I'm
sorry.
You got here, I
Half of
switched
them
it.
are falling over,
Yeah.
they're
I switched it.
breaking, and you know,
The mayor's sitting the worst one of all right now.
Yeah, I try to grab it every week, so nobody else has to.
Have we priced them? Have we looked at them?
I mean,
Have
I've been kinda looking, and some places have lots of that stuff on clearance right now, I mean, I don't know. Just thought it would, might look a little nicer, some have these kind, you guys are sitting on hard chairs,
we-
I
Yeah,
don't know,
It would be
Just a
nice
thought.
if we had them that all match.
yes.
and it won't broken down.
Yeah, and this one here, it doesn't stay up.
I mean, I'm not saying you've gotta go expensive, you know, you could get, I've seen them from 50-some to 100, you know, you don't have to spend a lot. I don't know, I was just throwing it out there.
Well,
Well, there's 10 of them, or there should be 10.
10.
At $50, that'd be 500.
Mhm.
$100, that'd be 1,000.
Mhm.
So,
I don't think we need $100 chairs,
no.
Mhm.
but a good chair, I think, is gonna cost you $50-60.
Yeah, I agree.
I guess when was the last time you spent something for this
Right.
place?
We
I don't
haven't
know.
done nothing,
I don't know how long these chairs been here.
they were donated.
They were hand-me-down, they were hand-me-downs when we got them?
Yeah, Jack Richardson got them for us.
Oh,
and,
did
I came down one Saturday trying to figure out how to take one of these apart, so you fix the back on it, so I didn't have to sit there like that all day. I don't know how to.
Okay, who's gonna do the shopping?
Big sledgehammer.
I'll go look and I'll get prices for next meeting, how's that?
Well,
It's
we
all right,
could
if they're
put a-
clearancing right now, we can
Put a
we can
cap on it.
them right now, if
Oh.
you find a good deal, we can just grab them. Huh?
I'd say he's hitting it pretty good right
So
there.
what do we say, we'll spend up to $750 for 10 new chairs for the village hall, and Lisa can go shopping and see what she comes up with.
I'm a bargain shopper, trust
I
me.
know, me too. Just when I have time.
That'll end up being hot pink.
I don't think so.
All right, agenda money, so, I will make the motion that we shop for 10 new office chairs for the village hall, up to $750, not to exceed $750. See, if we can come up with a good deal. Somebody needs a second.
I second.
Second.
Okay. And, trustee Comodina,
Yes.
trustee Boggs,
Yes.
trustee Davis,
Yes.
and trustee Krogman,
Yes?
and trustee Valier.
Yes.
Okay, motion is carried.
Last thing on here, new lockable display case.
Are we talking getting another one, or we're
That one, the
talking?
glass is broken, it's not big enough.
And we could actually maybe move that one to the other side if we actually needed it, and
Uh-huh.
buy a bigger one for this side.
Them are pricey.
Where do you go to in that Office Express or something?
You can, maybe while Lisa's
On
looking for
office
chairs, she
supply.
could get prices on them.
See, we can get you some measurements.
Yeah, I honestly don't know where
They come prefabricated,
they've got.
you could come back with different sizes
Check
and price on
Amazon.
it. Might be the better way to go.
Yeah. That's true. Amazon.
Okay, shipping. Well, let's start checking around, let's see what, I have no idea if they're 50 or 5,000, I'm sure they're a couple $100 probably, I don't know, pretty probably. You get the glass fixed on that one, and go over and put a bigger one in its place, is kind of what you're, kind of a train of thought.
Is that Pepsi on?
Yeah, it is.
It's like a plexi.
Plexi,
Well, you can get that, take the door down to Eastland Glass or Mullen Glass, or one of them, have them pop in a piece in it. Alright, we'll start checking it out. Not to purchase anything this time, but just try to get, start getting prices and ideas.
All right, that was pretty much concludes business up, you out there,
I got some. Can I get a speed bump put in front of my house?
speed bump with the up?
You know, there's people like to drive around there like the drag strip, or they like a racetrack.
That isn't the main road there.
I'm just around the city street, I think it's everywhere.
Something needs to be done when coming down the hill too, because they fly by our house when we wait for the bus to.
Somebody can check it out with the call and police, whatever, but I believe it's not legal to have.
Every
speed
morning,
bumps anywhere.
and it's always funny, the police always come down after that one person goes by flying.
Well, it's either that or some signs. So I got some young grandchildren
Yeah.
over there. And the other day, some lunatic drove by on a motorcycle, really loud motorcycle, went right through the stop sign and blew up the hill 80 miles an hour. Okay? So something needs to be done about the speed, please.
Did you go talk to that lunatic?
Pardon?
Did you go talk to that lunatic?
Why would I want to talk to, why would I want to talk to a lunatic?
I think we need to get the police over here.
The next time it happens, I will call the police.
Because they're doing it the same up on top of the hill.
Yeah.
Where do you live at?
Well, the people that I see flying around that curve in front of that stretch of Thurston to Maine live in your house.
Whatever.
Well, I'm telling you.
We can request,
Like a slow children playing sign for his.
we'll set up.
We got some signs for his alley, I think, forget what they say.
If the board wants, we can set up a speed trap. I mean, Clona will do that with us.
Right.
And we're talking about that, and they will set up speed trap, any place we want.
People run stop signs
They really
all the
have
time
been
now.
speeding from the
Well,
one
I
near
don't
all
mind
the
it
way
too
out.
much,
Yeah,
when I
like
got my
especially
grandkids
the-
out there, when they're real little.
Yeah, a lot of tubers.
Well, the thing is, the speed limit's 50.
And they don't
Get down
want either.
to,
But I've got to where I won't even drive by
I
it,
don't
because
know.
I'm not
I
even
don't
sign
I
that
don't have them
list.
there all the time.
I know, but I mean, I won't even hardly come by there if I see that they're
Well,
down
the
there.
youngest one's like those little bikes, you know,
Beat
right
the
around.
bus and.
Oh, is that what you're
When
doing?
when your boat's in, yeah, they'll come out behind that boat and then they're just there.
And she'll just dart, you know, her mother chase them back. I don't get them on, I don't get them all the time, but they are there.
I mean, they're huge.
I don't think we-
I mean, they were.
35 mile an hour.
The
Behind
motorcycle rider, I'm talking about, sure.
Now, it's the old 55 and 35. Do we have to pay anybody to move that up to the
Freaking nuts.
Or police are gonna put the-
What, 3 miles?
I hurt somebody.
I think 35.
I mean, yeah, if we actually started.
After, like,
If you move that up, if you moved it up 500 feet, you know, the hill, then they see it sooner, and maybe by the time they actually got to Maple, they would be slowed
Did
down.
it again with
Yeah,
another.
that's not our jurisdiction.
County.
County, right? It's a sign that-
Hold that shit in and
County
call
line to
sheriff.
the village line,
That's
that's why
within
it's
2 months.
It's not,
That's
yeah.
right.
I mean, it's in village limits, but, yeah.
Well, we're putting up more children's signs, so that should help.
They're selling it, they were selling it. They probably was. Okay, motion closed.